Well, g'day folks, this is our first vlog that we're doing this way, and so we're at Bourke. We're back at Bourke Motel, and it's North Bourke. We're in a nice little unit here. It's a 2-bedroom place. It's got a kitchen, lounge room, dining room, bathroom, master bedroom up that end, guest bedroom this end, and it's really good. It's air conditioned in all 3 rooms, which is important because it's cooled down now. It's only 41 degrees outside, so it's good to have a bit of coolness inside. What else is there to say?
The floor squeak.
The floor squeaks like you would not believe. Every step you take, it makes this terrible creaking noise, except for the bathroom where it's tiled, and of course the tiles don't make a squeaking noise. But there's no way in the world you'll ever creep into this place, because it's just an amazing noise.
It was your first day at church?
It was my first day at church today.
Our first day.
Our first day. And I think it went okay. It's church.
How many people?
Oh, there were 11 adults and 4 children. And I think we were well received.
Which is pretty good for Bourke because it's the quietest time of the year.
Yeah, it's the quietest time of the year. What's the population?
2,600.
600, so that's not too bad. But a lot of faithful people, a lot of older people that have been in Bourke forever, or lived out, 200 kilometres out in the real outback, and they've come into town now because either they've had to for health reasons, or in bad times they've had to sell up and come in, or the banks have foreclosed on them because of things weren't going well for them. But faithful people. And I did a home communion after church today with a wonderful woman, and she's been one of the mainstays of the Anglican Church here for decades. So it was really great to meet her and talk with her about her history. She has this dog. It's a black lab crossed with something, really nice dog, just a young fella, only 18 months I think. And she's also got a cat. And I asked her what the cat's name was, and she said the cat's name was Brian. And I thought, oh, that's interesting. She says, well, the movie, the
Life of Brian.
Life of Brian, Monty Python? I said, yeah. He said, well, this is Brian. He's not the Messiah. He's an ordinary little cat. So that's sort of how Brian got his name. What else?
That's about it, really. Work's going okay for me.
Work's going okay for Sue. Tell me about your work.
There's not really much I can say. Child protection, back out on the field. Got some out of home care cases as well. Doing some mentoring with some of the other caseworkers. Enjoying getting out and talking to people. And I guess the only issue is that we're worried about my mum and the operation she's just had.
So
her recovery.
Jan's had a fairly major surgery on her bowel. And just going through the post-operative stage where, it's you always come out of surgery way worse than you go into surgery. So it's like Jan's hit the wall now, and so it's hard yakka. So she's just got to hang in there and keep moving through. They put her on solid foods pretty early up, which really surprised me. And now they've sort of gone back on that decision, and she's had to have a
gastro
tube to help out and stuff. But yeah,
she still seems in good spirits.
Yeah, funny. And the other thing too is, as crook as she's feeling, she still wanted me to know that she was thinking of me this morning in the first service, which is just very special. And as you say, she's really her faith has really sort of shone through, hasn't it? That she's not worried, not concerned, just trusting God's got things in mind.
Amazing. Yeah, so
that's good.
Shout out to Mum if she ever sees this.
Yes, yeah.
But it makes you realise how far away you are.
Yeah, it does.
Like
that happen. Yeah, and I mean, for something as simple for Sue to pop down there isn't simple. We've got one car. If she takes the car, I'm stuck. If she goes without the car, she's stuck. So it's not so simple. But it's good out here. The temperature, oh my goodness, it is really quite warm, but the humidity
Nothing.
7 today. The humidity was 7%.
Which makes it kind of bearable.
Makes it kind of bearable because if you're sweating, you get in the shade, or a little bit of a wind goes, you cool down pretty easy.
But just generally, you spend the time in the air conditioning, either at work or the car or here.
Yeah,
Church is air conditioned, so everything's air conditioned.
And the temperatures out here haven't gotten any worse. It's always been this way. It's just that once upon a time, the original settlers out here lived in tin sheds, which would have just been like ovens during the day. But apparently they cool off at night quicker because the metal radiates the heat. But I'd actually rather the Dacon up in the...
But it means we haven't gone to the pool because it's too hot to go
I
to the
know,
pool.
it's the most bizarre thing. It is just so hot. It's too hot to go to the pool. Yeah. So what else is happening?
That's about it, I think.
Is it? It's got more than that.
That's enough for the first one.
Yeah, I suppose. Sue cooked a really nice dinner tonight. My sausages have always been my favourite cut of meat, and the second on the list now is lamb 4-quarter chops. You can't beat them. So we had 2 tonight with a stir fry. I think it was just really nice. Sue's a good cook and makes. It's amazing how she just makes this wonderful food. I look in the fridge and there's nothing in there, and Sue looks in the fridge and makes this wonderful food.
So tomorrow is our first shop at the IGA. Normally I've been bringing the food up from Dubbo, and last week we did a big shop in Dubbo. So this will be interesting for us to see how it compares price-wise and what's available. 2
supermarkets down. There's the Spar, and then there's IGA. IGA is sort of like the much bigger one. Spar is much smaller. It's a bit rougher sort of too. But today, I mean, if people tell you up here, if you want to get good chicken and chips, you go to the Spar because they've got the little takeaway place next to the delicatessen in there. But I think we'll probably do most of our shopping at IGA. We've got the latest IGA specials brochure, so we're going to do some very targeted shopping because pricing can be markedly more expensive out here. I think you've got an example.
I bought Mum a little Find a Word book that had a big sticker on it that said $2.99, and I paid
$7, wasn't it?
Almost $7
yeah.
for it.
So things are more expensive out here, except for diesel. Diesel is still 10 cents a litre cheaper than it is in Port Macquarie. Go figure. In spite of the fact they've got to get it out here. This coming week tomorrow morning we begin morning prayer at 8:30 at church, and we're doing evening prayer at 5:30. So that's just going to be a nice little pattern to get into Monday through Fridays. I'm fortunate enough that I've got a really great deacon to work with, and John knows the area well, and so it's been really good. And he's heading towards being priested probably in December, so it'll be a great opportunity for me to, bit like I did in Broken Hill, just encourage him on in that role. So I've never done morning prayer and evening prayer, so this is going to be a real challenge. But I think it's going to be a great discipline to get into, and I have no idea who's going to turn up because these things you just decide to do it.
Have you told anyone yet that you're doing it?
I've not told anyone at church yet, no. And just as well, because we've changed the time already.
Right.
I was going to do evening prayer at 5, and then after chatting with John, it seems 5:30 is a better time because Sue and his wife Denise will be able to come along as well. So that could be 4 of us, and you never know who can turn up. Some of the licensed lay ministers might turn up, and you just don't know. But in Broken Hill, I'd often do it by myself, morning prayer anyway, and same in St Thomas's when I was leading there for 12 months. I was just doing morning prayer most of the time by myself, but it's a good way to start the day.
It'll get us to work on time.
It absolutely will, because I will not be late for morning prayer.
And I've got to still waiting for the code to get the code to put into work to get to work on my own. So.
Oh well, that's right. You can wait outside the heat.
Yes.
You don't have to get in.
Great.
Thinking, what else is there to do? Sue's secretly saying to me, it's probably enough. It's only 10 minutes.
Yeah, that's enough.
Is it?
Yes,
Oh,
absolutely.
okay. All right, I was just going to talk about the fact that we've got a caravan right out that window. There's a window opposite, which has just worked out really good that we can park the van.
And you might want to
right
do a
out
little
there.
GoPro tour maybe later.
Yeah, I suppose we can walk the computer around and show people. But that's probably for another
Time.
day.
Yeah.
So,
We're going to try and do Sunday night catch-ups.
yeah.
Live? Wow.
Well, not live as
So-
such, but
No, but us talking rather than, yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
it's just got to take me the effort now to get this online somehow.
All right.
Mm.
So we'll say goodbye.
Okay.